and it was this Tomb Raider game 20th celebration. This Stranger Things VHS box set. And then there was one game in particular that I did want to go back and revisit, which was this Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. What is up, everyone? It's Austin, and we are back with another episode of my PlayStation Collection series. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we are actually starting with a $10 bill. We went to a bunch of pawn shops, thrift stores, game stores, pretty much anywhere you could find items that you can flip, and then we used that flipped profit to purchase PlayStation games and built a huge collection. To start off this video, I just want to spend a little bit of time telling you guys what I am currently playing in the middle of 2026. Starting with the PlayStation 5, and we got Spider-Man 2. Mentioned this last week, I believe already, but I'm about halfway through now. The first couple of hours was definitely a drag trying to push through and play because the storyline just wasn't really too interesting. But now I'm halfway through and it's getting really exciting. It's getting really dark, and I think what really sets this game apart from other games and Spider-Man games is simply just the movie-like production, the great storytelling and characters. Combat can get a little bit repetitive, but they have added some new stuff in this, but I just like to play and get through the story. And then on my Nintendo Switch, I've actually got a copy of Pokemon Pokopia, and I've been playing this one a good amount. I'm not super interested or super hyped about this game. I heard a lot of big reviews for it, and I can understand why this game gets a lot of praise. But yeah, I mean, it's an okay game. It's a cozy game. I wanted to play this game cooperatively with someone else, but this game just isn't really built to do that. You can play the Pallet Town map cooperatively, but it just doesn't have that same interactive and lively spirit as the single player game. And then lastly, I've just been playing my 3DS as well, and the one game that has got me super focused in is this Dragon Ball Z Fusions. I've simply just been putting in new games and playing them for like an hour each, but when I played this game, I just couldn't stop playing it. It's super fun and addicting in terms of the combat, the turn-based combat, and the strategies that you can use. There's just a lot of ways to approach the turn-based and knocking the opponents out of the ring, or just simply doing fusions and trying to wipe them all out at the same time. But once I do get done playing this game, I hope to jump into Pokemon Y next. I pretty much missed out on all of these Pokemon games that released in like the 2010 era. So I've just been playing a lot of the Switch versions, which those really aren't seen as being the most popular ones. I only heard great things about the ones that released on the DS and 3DS. So it's gonna be fun being able to jump into a new Pokemon game and simply just seeing new Pokemon. I feel like I've been playing Pokemon games all my life, and there's still a whole set and a whole catalog of Pokemon that I have not discovered yet. So just being able to play a new game and discover all these cool looking Pokemon. But that's currently what I am playing right now. I still have a huge backlog of PlayStation 5 games that I want to get through as well. But let me know what you guys are currently playing in the middle of 2026. Are you guys still finding time to play games, or are you guys outside enjoying the nice weather? My summer has been super busy as well, so it's getting harder to find time to actually sit down and play a bunch of games. Let's go ahead and jump into our collection now and see what we sold. Here at the game showcase, and we got two quick sales. First item is going to be this WWE 13, and this one surprisingly sold for $15.50. Apparently does still hold some value. And then the second item we sold is going to be this True Crime New York City on the GameCube, and this one sold for $29.50. Really shocked to see how much value this one held as well. We just made another quick sale, and it's going to be this One Piece Grand Battle on the PlayStation 2, missing the manual, and this one sold for $21. Picked it up for around $5 at a GameStop. Definitely would have kept this one, but I currently already have it in my personal collection, so didn't really need it in this one. Let's go ahead and get this packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to the game fund. For this week, we're going to be checking out a bunch of GameStops and taking advantage of their 4 for $10 and 4 for $20 deals. So pretty much games under $10, we can grab 4 of them for $20, and then games under $5, we can grab 4 of those for $10. We're starting off in the PSP section, and I spotted this Patapon game. Looked like a pretty fun one, apparently one of the best games of 2008. and was under 10 bucks. Then we got some PS1 games. This Tomb Raider for $10 was an easy grab for me, and seemed to be complete and in good condition. Got a Spyro game, a Tetris game here as well. I'm just going to be digging through pretty much all of the sections and seeing what we can find. GameStops have been having a pretty good selection of games. Here in the PlayStation 3 section, and I found a World Tour for $5, which could be one to think about grabbing, along with Gran Turismo 5. Some really good titles for under $5 that you can find at a GameStop. And the PlayStation 3 is just one of the consoles that has very cheap games. Took a peek at the DS section as well and found this Mickey Mouse game for 10 bucks. I have been collecting a little bit more for the 3DS. And then they had some cases over here with some cartridge games. This $109 game, don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool. It's developed by Atlas. And then some Super Nintendo games over here as well. Nothing really too interesting. Now we're checking out the PlayStation 2 section, and right off the bat, found this strange looking game right here. A lot of obscure titles that I could possibly pick up, along with this Bard's Tale. But down here I found this Gun Griffin Blaze game, and this is one that I really wanted. Has a really nice reflective cover, and I've never seen it before, so that's what we're mainly looking for, are games that are more obscure. Other than that, I didn't really find too much else. They had a really good PS2 selection though, like this Virtual Quest and this Innocent Life game. Here we are at our next GameStop and checking out the retro section, looking for PlayStation games to add to our collection. And we got this PS1 game right here. Hadn't seen that one before, along with Spec Ops for $4.99. Not a bad price. Here in the PlayStation 2 section, and we got a couple of games. Art of Fighting Anthology for $20, along with this Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home. And they had this one for a really good price, and it does value for around like $20-ish still. So complete in the box. We'll go ahead and grab this one. Next, I found this GTA San Andreas, which holds a lot of value still, along with this Monster Hunter, the first one. I would love to grab that one for the collection. Moving on to the PS3 section, and we got some Borderlands games, Game of the Year editions, along with Black Ops 2 for 10 bucks. Not a bad one. But down here, I did find one game, this Monster Madness Grave Danger. Big fan of this game on the 360. It wasn't the greatest game, but just a fun top-down shooter or hack and slasher game. Fun cooperative game to play. I didn't know they released it on the PS3. Then you got Pro Skater 5 here as well. So again, a pretty decent selection of games. We're probably just going to do the 4 for $20 deal again. Looking in the PlayStation 4 section now for anything under 10 bucks. Saw these Attack on Titan games, which I already have in my personal collection. Loved that anime. Digging through here, found The Evil Within 2. And then down here I found Legendary Fishing for $9.99, which seemed a little interesting. Seemed like a fun arcade fishing game. So decided to just pick this one up. And then scanning down here, there was one thing that kind of stood out, and it was this Tomb Raider game 20th celebration for $10 as well. And this was just Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4, but came with this nice little booklet, this picture book. And then down here I found one game that I absolutely regret not picking up, this Persona 5 Royal Steelbook. If I could go back and pick it up, I would have done so, but it's no longer there.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I have my $5 monthly.
$15.51.
Okay. Here we are at our game showcase, and we're really starting to fill up our shelf. I'm going to be putting PlayStation 1 games up there, followed by PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and 4 right here, and 5. And then here is just where we have all our items put up on eBay for sale, and then just more random stuff down there. But we just sold 3 items, and the first one is going to be this Spec Ops The Line. This triple game combo pack. We sold this one for $32, and I believe we picked this one up for around $9 to $10 at a pawn shop. The next item we sold is going to be these 3 Skylander games. I can't believe these sold at $32. Definitely be on the lookout for Skylander games on the Wii U, and you can for sure bundle them up. We got these for around $6 or $7 at a pawn shop. And then the last item we sold is going to be just a random GTA 5 game. Not in the greatest condition, but this one still sold for $14.50, and we got it for around $2 at a pawn shop. We just got 2 quick sales. First item is going to be this Injustice 2 Steelbook. We sold this one for $16.50. Got it for around $2 or $3 at a GameStop. The second game is going to be this NBA 2K14, and this one sold for $22. Picked it up also for $2 to $3 at a pawn shop. Let's get these 2 items packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to the game fund. Made our way to another Savers store, and we're checking out the board game section first. A couple of interesting items over here. Telestration After Dark game, some kind of drawing game. Some cool Monopoly boards over here. I even saw this Game of Thrones trivia game. But we're gonna be looking over here, and I spotted this One Piece Learn Together deck set. It's actually really cool. I did learn a little bit about playing this game at a convention, but I know One Piece cards are going up in value, just the trading card game in general, and they've got this thing for $8. I wasn't sure if this was sealed or not, but it's got this wrapping around it, which I believe is the original wrapping. I just looked up comparisons on eBay, and yeah, a lot of the listings do have this wrapping on here, unless this is like a reseal type of thing, but I don't believe it is. Okay, it's looking like they've got some original sticker caution signs here, so makes me believe this is still new and sealed. Took a look at the video game section already, and there's just nothing there. So we're gonna look at the Blu-rays next, and they have a good amount of them at this location. Person of Interest first season for $6. Never seen that show before. Charlie Brown Christmas special for $4 sealed. This could be one I think it values for like 10 to $15. Classic The Sandlot. Another interesting one is this Manhattan TV series season 1. I just recently watched the Oppenheimer movie and really loved that one. So a couple of stuff that I just am debating on picking up, but might not be worth it. But down here I did find something that I absolutely do want, and maybe this is just for my personal collection. This Stranger Things VHS box set. I know this came out a while back, but yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Stranger Things. Really enjoyed the last 2 seasons, and the first 2 to 3 seasons were classics, I'd say. This is a exclusive season 1 collector's edition from Target. So at $6 with the 25% off, probably gonna grab this one. We're gonna be grabbing these two. Alright, after all the sales and $2 off, we're looking at $9.23 for these 2 items. Let's jump into our third GameStop, and they had some games for this promotion on this rack right here. Games under $10, and there were a few that caught my interest. This Dragon Ball Z game for $9.99. Along with this Farming Simulator 17, could be just fun ones to pick up. But the one game that I really wanted was going to be this Control game for $9.99. Never played this one yet, and I would love to have a copy on the PlayStation 4. So we'll hang on to this for now. Now we're checking out the PlayStation 4 section, and there was one game in particular that I came in here for, and it was Assassin's Creed Unity, which was one of my favorite original Assassin's Creed games, and would love to jump back into this world because they did make a enhancement or update to the games on the more modern platforms. We got some more games down here as well, just a huge selection. I even decided to take a look at the PlayStation 5 section, and we found Deathloop for $9.99. I always find this one, I'm not sure if it's a good one or not since it's so cheap. But down here there was one game I spotted, and it was Saints Row 5. The steel book for $4.99, super cheap. Not sure why this game went down so much in value, but yeah, I decided to just pick this one up as well. Now let's take some time to look at the retro section. Here in the PlayStation Vita and PSP section first, you got Trials, you got Angry Birds, and then the Space Invaders Extreme game, which I hadn't seen before. But here in the PlayStation 2, had some great titles for under $10 again. This Blowout. And then I found Phantom Brave, which is a nice one. Other than that, I didn't see too much. Here in the PlayStation 3 section, we found Madden 17, which actually does hold some value still because it was the last one to release. And we got some God of War collections. I'm going to debate on picking up the actual HD collections for those two. We're back in the car, and we had some really nice deals at this stop. Just gonna quickly show you guys the Madden. Didn't realize this one still holds a little bit of value. Great to be able to grab Control and Assassin's Creed Unity. I eventually do want to jump back into this game because I do remember it had a really good storyline. I keep hearing that they're making updates to the game, making it run a little better on newer platforms. But check this out. Notorious edition of a Saints Row. I actually already have this like in my personal collection. I did not know they were going to give me the whole box. And it's for the PlayStation 5. I would assume this holds a little bit of value still, so we'll probably just be flipping it. Picked it up for $5. Here we are at our last GameStop visit, and this one had a good selection of games as well for the PlayStation 4. So we're going to be digging around for some $10 and under games. Got some Batman games over here. But one game stood out, and it's going to be this infamous Second Son game. So cheap now. I heard some great things about this one, and we do need it for our whiteboard. Then I spotted Tales of Zestiria for $9.99, which I actually did enjoy this game a little bit more than Bersaria. And then we got some Star Wars games for $20. Not a bad one. And then there was one game in particular that I did want to go back and revisit, which was this Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. I played it years ago and wasn't really too interested in it, and I want to see how I think about it now. Let's take a look at the retro games now, and in the Xbox Original section they had some decent games too. I spotted this Counter-Strike game along with Crimson Desert, some classics for sure. And then scanning through the PS3 section, I really didn't find too much in the retro section, so it was a bit more difficult to find something to actually pick up for the collection. But I eventually did find this copy of Saints Row 2 for $10. Love this cover. Never had played this game before though. We made our way back to the game room, and guys, GameStop has just been having some insane deals each and every week. I would even go as far as to say that GameStop has probably the best video game deals of any game store or stores that sell video games, especially with the variety and selection that you can get. I know that some of the customer service and the way they treat their employees isn't the greatest. I don't agree with a lot of it, but they definitely don't deserve too much hate. I actually love shopping at GameStop because of all these insane deals that you can find. They actually did have a like $15 game deal going on as well, along with a $35 game deal. And just want to show you guys some crazy pickups that I got. We picked up Pokemon Legends ZA. Finally got this into my collection. Not too excited on playing and jumping into this yet, but we picked this up for around $30. Like, what? A Nintendo Switch 2 game. I think this game still values for around like 50 to 60. I was not expecting to go down in price anywhere for a long time. Along with this Metroid 4 Beyond game. I haven't had a chance to play this one yet, but again, $30. This game just came out like a couple months ago or half a year ago. I did get a chance to grab this Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, just a really nice one to have, and for $15. And we also grabbed this Monster Hunter Wilds on PlayStation 5 for $15, and this one is still sealed. I'm not sure if this is like the latest Monster Hunter game, but yeah, the visuals and graphics look amazing in this. So just wanted to show you guys these 4 little pickups as well that I got for my personal collection. Let's check out what else I picked up in this series. I'm gonna start off with what we picked up at Savers. We picked up 2 pretty interesting items, I'd say. We got this Stranger Things, I believe this first season on Netflix. It is a season 1 collector's edition, includes 4-disc Blu-ray and DVD set. Big fan of the show and completed watching the whole thing already, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss this fun little series that takes place in the 80s. And then surprisingly, we picked up a One Piece card game Learn Together deck set. So probably just contains 3 decks and a playing guide. You just never find stuff like this at a thrift store. We picked it up for $8. And yeah, I think this one does still value for like $40-ish. I don't know too much about the One Piece TCG, but it is a very popular one and a really easy one to get into. I heard that the actual gameplay mechanics is super fun as well. Then we went to a bunch of GameStops this week, and just gonna go over all of these in no particular order, but we picked up this Patapon game on the PSP. It just looks super cool. Looks to be some kind of 2D side scroller game where you control and command troops. Then we got a PS1 game, a Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. They made a ton of Tomb Raider games back then, and I heard these were all really good. And this one takes place in Egypt, so yeah, not a bad one. We picked up all of these for around $5 a piece, so really can't beat that. Picked up this Madden 17, which I believe is the last Madden that released on PS3. I think it still values for around $20, so a great one for us to flip and recoup some money back. And then we got this Saints Row 2 on PS3. There really wasn't anything good at this particular GameStop, so just love the cover of this and didn't really play too much Saints Row in my life yet. Then we got this Monster Madness Grave Danger. I know these Monster Madness games do hold a little bit of value. I really enjoyed the Battle for Suburbia game on the Xbox 360. It's pretty much just a top-down, cooperative adventure, hack and slasher type of game. And I had no idea that this one existed, but it looks like this is just a port of that Xbox 360 version. We actually picked up a good amount of PS4 and PS5 games. First game we got is Back 4 Blood, and for $5, I just couldn't pass this one up. I actually did play this and really enjoyed it. Played it with some friends, 4-player cooperatively, and yeah, it is like a Left 4 Dead clone. Wasn't really the most popular game, but still a really fun one if you guys are looking for a 4-player cooperative game to play. Same with this Saints Row Notorious Edition. I actually have this in my personal collection already, and it's crazy. For $5, we get this huge booklet set. Apparently it comes with a steelbook, 4 postcards, some character art, a mini art book, and some expansion passes. We also got this Rainbow Six Extraction game. I feel like they made so much Rainbow Six games. I do not know much about these, but this one was super cheap. $4.99 for a PS5 game is actually crazy. Next, we got some PS4 games, and the first one I picked up was this Assassin's Creed Unity. I heard that they did make some visual and performance upgrades on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Really did enjoy this one. I liked the story a lot and how dense and populated the cities were. So maybe if I have some time, I'll definitely pop this one back in and check it out. Along with this Control game, one that I've always wanted to check out. I believe it takes place in the same universe as Alan Wake, which is another horror game which I'd like to play through as well. This one, I'm not as interested in it. The trailers and everything just doesn't seem too interesting to me. We picked up a copy of the Wasteland Director's Cut. These always looked really fun to me. The environment reminds me a lot of Fallout, which is one of my favorites. But I'm just not the biggest fan of tactical turn-based games. It just hasn't really clicked with me yet, but I've always wanted to give this one another chance. We got another Tomb Raider game, this Lara Croft 20 Years of an Icon. And this is just Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4. Comes with a bunch of booklets and stuff. But yeah, really nice. We picked up this legendary fishing game. Not sure why I grabbed it. I'm just kind of building up a collection of fishing games. I heard this one wasn't as good, more of like an arcade style fishing game. And then lastly, we picked up Infamous Second Son Limited Edition. This is one that we have on our list that we'll be able to tally, and one of the 3 games that I am looking for. Looks like he plays a new character. It takes place in Seattle. The visual and graphics look amazing on this. It looks like it won a ton of awards as well. And what I'm most excited for in this game is probably just the story and seeing how well that is. It's got Troy Baker as the voice actor as well. Lastly, we just got a bunch of PlayStation 2 games that I'm gonna go over. Picked up this Splashdown Rides Gone Wild. Some kind of motorboat racing game. You got like dinosaurs and stuff right here on the back cover as well. So yeah, looks really fun and silly. Then we got Hot Shots Golf 4, and maybe I do end up picking some more of these Hot Shot Golf games because they are exclusive to PlayStation. I just haven't seen this one before. It was complete as well, so decided to grab it at that, $5-ish mark. It's actually $4.99 and we got it for half off. Then we got this Star Trek Encounters game. I always see this one around. I'm not the biggest fan of Star Trek. I'm a big Star Wars guy. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of space action. Now I'm seeing it right here too. It's developed by Bethesda, so wow. Did not know they made a Star Trek game. We got this Backyard Wrestling game, which looks insane. I don't know if this is based off of a show or a movie, but was a big fan of wrestling games back in this era. And it's just how silly this one is. It takes place in some pretty crazy environments. And I believe it focuses a bit more on like items and equipments that you find on the ground. One that I remember seeing a lot back in the days, but I never had a chance to pick up and actually play. We got Gun Griffin Blaze, and this one just looks really awesome with the cover and the reflections of it. This is a mech controlling and fighting style game. Don't know too much about it, but It's got like some desert terrain and some mountain terrains, post-apocalyptic. And then lastly, we just got The Legend of Elendar. No idea what this is. Looks like a fantasy, medieval. It's one of those very generic and MMO looking games. Focuses a little bit on multiplayer, but seems to be just kind of an RPG, I would say. And yeah, that's all the games that we picked up. We get to put one tally next to the infamous games. So we're just looking for one more in the series. It's nice to see that GameStop has been having all these crazy deals, and hope you guys are able to take advantage of it as well, because you can find some amazing things, especially now that all stores are retro. But that's all I got for this week. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one.